All right, what's happening, everyone? Welcome back for another episode of the Chamber Podcast. My name is Rob Johnson, and we are talking teeth today here at the Speakeasy. And joining me in studio is Sam Jorgens from VINA Community Dental. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Excellent. So I know this is your first time in the studio, first time on the podcast, and what we want to talk about today is really what VINA offers Livingston County, and I'm sure the reach goes a little bit beyond that as well. But I want to talk more into this dental center because I think it's a newer. I know it's been around since about 2008, right? And it's something that I know a lot of people don't have a lot of awareness of when they, specifically when they move into the county. So just for the folks at home, kind of give a little bit introduction to yourself first, and then also to the practice as well.
Yes, definitely. I am the executive director at VINA, and VINA is a nonprofit dental clinic for low-income, uninsured adults in Livingston County. So we provide not only extensive dental work to restore teeth, but also cleanings and hygiene and stuff to kind of provide preventive care as well. So we only charge our patients $25 for dental appointments and $10 for cleaning appointments.
That's quite the feat to be able to pull off, because I know it's an area that needs service. There's a lot of people that don't have dental insurance. It can be very expensive. So talk to me about the mechanics of how the nonprofit's able to offer those services at those prices.
Yeah, so most of our funding comes from grants, fundraising events, and donations just from individuals and businesses in the community. And then a lot of our work is provided by volunteers and in-kind donors. For example, Dr. Fred Bonine does a lot of our oral surgery. So does Dr. Gupta from Lion Dental Implants. So they provide those services to our patients for no additional cost to us or to the patients. So it's really wonderful to have the support of the community that we do.
So I know in the pre-show you had mentioned that you'd been with the practice for about 3 years. Is that right? And I'm sure, starting right in the middle of a pandemic, it was probably hard to get what does normal look like? So kind of transitioning from the pandemic to sort of a sense of normalcy now, what has that been like in your position?
Yeah, it's been really interesting because obviously a dental office is somewhere where there's a lot of germs, there's a lot of aerosol, there's a lot of things going on. So we actually still require masks when we have patients in the clinic, just so that way we're making sure that we're keeping everything as safe as possible for our patients, since around 70% of our patients are seniors who have some underlying health issues, and we really just want to make sure we're doing our part. And we make sure to have air purifiers, sneeze guards, kind of all those COVID precautions still going. But things were slow back in 2020, kind of getting everyone back into the dentist, more comfortable with coming in, and it's really started to pick up over the last year or so.
All right, so tell me about if someone wants to become a new patient there. I know I read on the website that you guys have a certain number of slots that are open every month. I think that range they gave was 15 to 20. Is that still the case, or has it changed?
Yep, that's still the case. To become a patient at VINA, you just have to have low income at 250% of the federal poverty level, which is around $36,000 for an individual, have no dental insurance, and live in Livingston County.
Okay. And is there currently a waiting list, or what's the demand for the clinic right now?
There's not much of a waiting list. We're booking around maybe 3 weeks out right now, so if people are looking, even if you don't have something that's hurting and you just need cleanings, you haven't been to a dentist in a while, definitely call us up, and we've got openings, we've got availabilities, and we'll get you scheduled.
So beyond obviously there's a lot of on-site, we'll call it charitable work that's going on there, helping people with lower incomes. What else is the clinic doing outside of its walls? Because I know there's a lot of community involvement, obviously partnering with the chamber. Is that something that you've been involved in quite a bit?
Yeah, VINA's been looking to just kind of partner and get back out into the community post-COVID with a lot of different organizations who maybe have had staffing changes or partnerships have kind of faltered in COVID as all of that chaos was going on. So we partner with Livingston County Veteran Services to provide completely free dental care to veterans. We also partner with University of Michigan School of Dentistry. They send students to our clinic to provide dental care as well.
Excellent. So I know it's been about 3 years since you've been at that organization. Promoted to executive director recently. What is your favorite thing about working at the practice?
My favorite thing is definitely the people. All the patients, the staff, volunteers, board members, everyone is there because they care. They care about this community. They care about the people. So everyone just has a really good heart and dedication to helping the patients and helping the people that we're here to serve. And that's just a very refreshing and nice environment to be in every day.
What do you think one of the biggest challenges is for people to, either locate this program or get into the program? Is it just a community awareness aspect? What has been one of the bigger challenges that you've seen in your role for people?
I think one of the big issues is that if someone does have low or limited income, then they're probably focusing more on rent payment, food, gas, those immediate needs. And if they don't have a tooth that's hurting or an immediate issue with their dental health, then that often isn't at the top of their list. So they tend to come to us after they're in pain, which we would love to avoid. That's why our hygiene appointments are only $10. So that way we can emphasize how important it is to come in, get your teeth cleaned, get an exam, get some x-rays, and we'll avoid you being in pain in 3 months, 6 months, however long down the road.
Excellent. So obviously we just started a new year as we're recording this. It's February 2023. So what's one thing that might be on the plate for this year that you're looking forward to at the clinic? Are you guys rolling out any new programs or anything with different types of surgeries that you're offering?
So we've really ramped up our the Victors for Veterans program, which is a partnership with University of Michigan. So that provides completely free dental care to low-income veterans in 7 counties. We used to only hold that program at our clinic twice a month, and now we've moved to 4 times a month every single week. So we're really trying to get the word out there, and we're excited to be helping the veterans in our community and the surrounding communities, and just trying to spread the word about that and make sure that we're helping as many people as we can.
And that's the program that has free dental for veterans. And you said that's across 7 counties now?
Yep, 7 counties, so Livingston and kind of the 6 surrounding ones to the north, east, south, and west.
Okay. So what's one thing that you want the listeners to be able to take away from this episode? I know awareness is a big factor. Is there any particular message that you're focusing on right now that people, if they take one thing away from this show, that they can, just be mindful of?
I would say preventive care is something to definitely be mindful of, that coming in for cleanings or even just checkups at your doctor's, you're establishing a baseline. So that way, in the future, you can better identify when something is wrong, and then you can get it taken care of before it starts causing any issues.
Excellent. And if a listener needs services or wants to sign up, obviously they're in Livingston County, they meet that income requirement. What's the best way for them to do that?
They can either go to our website at vinadental.org, or they could give our office a call at 810-844-0240.
Excellent. Sam, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you walking me through that program. This is something that I wish, even for me, I've been in Livingston County for a couple of years. This wasn't even on my radar of things that were available. So now that I know, I can, help promote and tell more people about this really nice program that you guys have.
Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Anything else before we wrap up?
I think just the last thing is that dental health, a lot of people may not realize it until it happens to them. Dental health impacts every aspect of your life, can affect your overall health. We've had patients who aren't able to get surgeries or chemotherapy because there's risk of infection from their dental health. And it also impacts eating, smiling, talking to people. So that can really affect you physically and emotionally. So it's a lot more complex and can really affect quality of life a lot more than some people may think.
No, that's a great point. It touches literally everything. So if it's a problem, I can even imagine from the mental health side of things that it can be very frustrating to not have, just everything taken care of properly.
Definitely, yeah.
Good. Well, I appreciate all your work on this project and shining a light on this. This is really important, especially here in Livingston County, that programs exist like this for low-income families as well as veterans.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. All right, everyone, that's going to wrap up this week's edition of the Chamber Podcast. If you know someone that would be in need of this particular service, please check out the show notes for all of the links. You can find contact information for Sam as well as the clinic to get a hold of them in the show notes. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next week. Take care.